to welcome you to Rockwood and to the Rockwood Rising groundbreaking celebration. You know, we planned this event starting back in March, and at that time we were just hoping it wouldn't rain. I think we maybe should have been a little more specific to Mother Nature in our order for today's weather, but we're here today. Happy to have you all here. Thank you so much for coming out on this blistering hot day and celebrating this milestone with us. It's really an exciting day for Rockwood. Let me first start out by acknowledging some elected officials we have with us today. We have I believe the entire Gresham City Council is here. Multnomah County Chair Deborah Kafori is here. Multnomah County Commissioner Lori Stegman is here. Senator Lori Monis Anderson is here. And James LaBarre and Jim McKenna from Governor Brown's office, are you here? All right, very good. So we're all here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of a really exciting project. Rockwood Rising is a project that was co-created with this community to create economic opportunity in the heart of this neighborhood. All of the partners and the uses in this project were really brought together and designed in a way, curated in a way to create as much economic opportunity for this community in the areas of skills training for living wage jobs, support for small businesses, and access to healthy and affordable food options for this community based on feedback we got from the community. And so with this project, it represents a real milestone and a stake in the ground of the future of this community that is resilient, that is creative, and that is steadfast in its commitment to this project and to its future, all of which is very exciting. And we're all really pleased to have you here celebrating with us today. This kind of project can only be made manifest if we all keep our promises. And it's been a long road to get here. Urban renewal started in 2003. The city bought this site in 2005. It's been 14 years that a project on this site has been in the works in various stages and forms. And that's a long time for a community to stick with a project. And so because of the dedication and the steadfastness of our city council and their unwavering leadership, the community members who've been a part of this process for a very long time, contributing their efforts and their energy and their insights, and our developer partner, Roy Kim, and the RKM development family, only because we have all banded together and kept our promises to ourselves, to each other, and to this community, can we be here to celebrate this project today. And so I want to give all of you a big hand for that commitment and that dedication and seeing it through to getting us here today. A few more people that I'd like to thank for getting us to this point today. I already mentioned the Gresham City Council for their unwavering leadership. The Gresham Redevelopment Commission Advisory Committee, which is made up of local Rockwood community stakeholders who have been a part of this process since day one. I want to thank Catherine Nicewood and the Rockwood Neighborhood Association for their steadfastness along the way as well. I want to thank Carla Peluso and State Representative and Senator Lori Monis Anderson for their advocacy at the state level. They were successful in lobbying the state legislature to secure $2 million in lottery bond funding for this project. We owe them a debt of gratitude we can never repay. Thank you, Senator, for being here today. I want to thank our friends in the governor's office, Rayana Ansari from Regional Solutions and Jennifer Baker, who helped us along the way with a number of things, including securing $300,000 of regional infrastructure fund dollars for the makerspace across the street that will be the home to the future manufacturing and construction apprenticeship programs, giving folks in the community skills training into living wage jobs in those industries. I want to thank the Centers for Disease Control and the Racial and Ethnic Approaches to Community Health grant that we received, a multi-year grant to do all of the community engagement that we've done over the last 5 years on this project. Could not have done it without their help. Yes. I want to thank our partners at Multnomah County and the Achieve Coalition. I want to thank our anchor tenants, WorkSource Oregon, Metro East Community Media, the Mount Hood Community College Small Business Development Center, Microenterprises Services of Oregon and POIC, who have already been contributing services to the community for the last 2 years in this building over here. They'll be part of the project once it's built. They'll move into their new space. I want to thank especially John Southgate, Echo Northwest, and Environmental Works for their hard work on this project all the way along, toiling in relative anonymity as we've gone along. But I want you guys to know how much I appreciate your contributions. I want to thank the Urban Renewal team at the City of Gresham, my staff, Emily Bauer, Cecile Turley, Crystal Taylor, Robin Stowers, Amy Evans for their tireless work day in and day out to get us to where we are. This project could not have happened without you guys, and I couldn't be prouder of my team. And then finally, I want to thank, I want to add to that, Brian Monberg and Dave Rist, former city attorney at the city, who really put in yeoman's work to get us to where we are today. And then finally, I want to really thank the community. You gave so generously of your time and your efforts and your insights, and you made a significant contribution to this project that will be felt for years to come. And we did this project, we created this project with you, for you, and there have been a number of community members who've been really deep into this project for a long time, really going back to the very beginning of urban renewal. Dina Danucci, Mary Edmeades, Kathy Minden, Roger Meyer, John Biltso, William Vanessa Chambers, and others. You know who you are. Thank you for your leadership and advocacy. John Nelson. We would not be here today without those community leaders pushing this forward and saying we see a future in Rockwood that's hopeful and positive, and we want to help move it that direction. As you can see, it takes a village to build a village. It's a small army of people that it takes to put together a project like this. I want to thank you all for your tireless efforts to create a welcoming place for everyone in Rockwood and to bring Rockwood Rising forward. And so with that, I'd like to turn over the microphone to Gresham's Mayor, Shane Bemis. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a great day it is to be in Rockwood, the beautiful city of Gresham. I want to thank you all for being here for the birth of this amazing place, a new town center. When we launched urban renewal in the beginning of this century and we purchased the property shortly thereafter, I don't think any of us had any idea that the gestation for that birth would take 14 years, but here we are. We've been through an awful lot in that time span. We envisioned this project as a community. We engaged a developer back in 2008 before the Great Recession hit, and that project offered only a fragment of our collective vision for this site. So the Urban Renewal Commission did something tremendously difficult to do. We waited. We let the market return, and in the meantime, we used that time to engage the community even more deeply and forge strong, lasting, authentic relationships with our partners. Our patience was wildly rewarded. Not only did we get a project so much more dynamic and more special than we originally aspired to, but we took the opportunity to engage you, the community, in new and unique ways. The end result is Rockwood Rising, a transformative urban renewal development that, when complete in 2021, will provide job training, entrepreneurship opportunities, housing, a public market, a central plaza for festivals and events. This is a special place and a special project. 60 languages are spoken here. It's the first home many immigrants arriving to Oregon will call home. And it's young. 40% of Rockwood residents are under 25, and 40% of homes have children under 18. As with you, I'm so very eager to see all the services that this site will provide for our residents. It's an innovation hub. There will be classes in digital literacy, in coding, assistance finding and applying for jobs, and small business support services. It's an apprenticeship hub. The site will bring construction and manufacturing apprenticeship programs. It's a mixed-use village. We anticipate more than 100 new mixed-income workforce housing units, locally owned small businesses, childcare, community banks, and employment services. It's a market hall. The development includes an international grocery marketplace, public commissary kitchen for food entrepreneurs, as well as small businesses and pop-up, stand-up opportunities. And, yeah, okay, that's good. And it's a community plaza. There will be 3 new play structures, a public splash pad, and a gathering space for concerts, farmers markets, and all kinds of celebrations. So we are excited that this day is here, and I want to take a quick moment to thank some of our partners in the legislature who were successful in helping garner $2 million in capital construction. With us is Senator Lori Moss Anderson. Senator, would you come up here for a moment, please? Also, Representative Peluso and Gorsuch, who were unable to join us today, were instrumental in helping us garner the $2 million that were needed. Also instrumental in connecting us with the governor's office and regional solutions. Senator Moss Anderson has been the state senator for my entire time in public office, and she has been a stalwart supporter of all things Gresham, regardless of political ideology. She has stood for our city time and time again. Not only was there $2 million in here, but you should know, as many of you do, the session prior, there was $1 million for Boys and Girls Club that helped bring them to this community, and there was another $1 million for Family of Friends to help get them started in their process too. So when you talk about somebody vested in this community that has always shown up for us and our residents, I can't think of too many people that have given more than Senator Moss Anderson. So thank you, Senator Moss Anderson. Yeah. Thank you. You want to say something? Yeah.
I don't know if all of you know this, but I'm a Gresham Gopher. I graduated in '64, so this go Gophers. But this community has meant so much to me, and Rockwood has always struggled. And I can't believe how excited I am that we are making this a vibrant, efficient, lovable community. So thank you for supporting these projects, and I'm delighted to see this happening.
I also want to thank our amazing anchor tenants. The word tenants doesn't do these folks justice. They're full partners in this endeavor as we move forward. Metro East Community Media, WorkSource Oregon, Oregon Tradeswomen, Portland Opportunities Industrialization Center, Mount Hood Community College Small Business Center, and Micro Enterprises Services of Oregon, all partners in this process. Give them all a hand. And of course, we want to say a big special thank you to Roy Kim with RKM Development for seizing the opportunity and for building something with a lasting impact in the neighborhood and being willing to listen to the community as we went through that process. As you know, as I've said, this is a huge day. We have our hearts and soul in this vision, and I want you to know that this commission, this city, never took our eyes off of it. And that's because it wasn't our vision, it was your vision, and our vision together. We heard you. We wrestled with this project for a decade and a half because we wanted to deliver something that this neighborhood deserves and that merits your hearts and souls for the community. So here we are today, finally celebrating this milestone. Again, it's a huge moment for the city's history, and this moment is possible because of your investments in urban renewal. And Josh mentioned it. I saw some of the folks that were out. I can remember in 2002 standing over here at the Satellite Restaurant at like 6 a.m. Sue O'Halloran, Dina DiNucci, Diane McKeel, a bunch of people that were working very hard for a long time to get urban renewal passed. Thank you for all of your help. Anybody that's ever had anything to do with this project, great things to come, and I'm so excited for this community. It's a wonderful day. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to now introduce, in many ways, the driving force behind this project from a very technical and practical standpoint. We put out a solicitation in 2015 to bring on a developer partner that the city could work with to bring this project into being, and we were very fortunate to have Roy Kim and RKM Development submit to build Rockwood Rising. At that time, we knew that Mr. Kim owned a property across the street, and we knew that he had done some really great development work elsewhere in the region. And yet, I don't think any of us understood just what a great partner we were getting. Roy and his team have been phenomenal to work with. There's never been a time in this entire project where they've said no, or we can't, or we don't want to. it's always yes, let's figure it out. We could not ask for a better partner who invests for the long term, who's making long-term decisions and making decisions in this project based on the input from the community. It has wildly exceeded my greatest expectation of how this process would go, working with Roy. And we're tremendously grateful for your contributions, Roy. So, Roy Kim, please come up and say a few words.
Thank you. I'm embarrassed by those comments. I hope somebody recorded it so I can play it over and over in my head. Thank you. I'm privileged to be here. Just to see the construction equipment in the back is just, shivers down. It's just unbelievable. And right here in the epicenter of Rockwood, the future hub of hope and dreams is right here. So I'm just privileged to be here. I'm gonna go through some thank yous that we've all heard before, but I'm gonna repeat it again because from my point of view, it's very meaningful. The City Council, 2.5 years ago, I asked for the opportunity. The City Council gave me the opportunity, but more than that, over all the ups and downs and how long it took in the last 2.5 years to go through obstacles. Thank you for your support. Thank you for not losing confidence in me. It's easy to lose faith when it takes that long, and so thank you, City Council. And the next, I'd like to thank the Redevelopment Commission, the staff, and the fearless leader, Josh Fuhr. The heart and soul of the project, as all of you know, but his ability to solve problems, the tenacity to keep going, creativity. That's why we're here today. So, Josh, thank you. Your heart and soul is in here. And as mentioned before, Representative Peluso and Senator Manis Anderson, your help was immense. We also got a support letter from Senator Merkley's office when we were procuring new market tax credit. So thank you from there. I would also like to thank my banking partners. I don't know if Laurel and Rand are here from Northwest Bank. Their confidence in us was critical. And like Josh said, it truly takes a village. There are many, many people that are involved. And the business partners that were here to sign up, works from WorkSource to Oregon Tradeswoman to Mount Hood Community College, and also in Metro East, MISO, and La Via Grill. I don't know if Anancio was here. Also Erica from Little Wings Academy. They all signed up off the plans with our dreams, and those confidences made a difference, and that's why we're here. And of course, the community members, all the community members that volunteered, already been mentioned, but we took all those notes, the comments, inputs, criticisms were all in our notes, and they were part of the design, how this came about. So you played a critical role in how this came about. So thank you. And finally, I want to thank my staff behind me. They're the ones who actually do all the work. I just do the talking. They put their heart and soul into everything. They cover up my mistakes. They tell me which line to go, keep me in a straight line, and just plain get things done. So please wave, because they're the ones who get it done. Thank you. So Josh mentioned it, but this is all about economic engine. It is, we encountered countless obstacles in getting financing. Some of them seemed insurmountable, and with the partnership with GRDC, we're able to overcome those. But eventually, these buildings will come alive in 13 short months with the organizations that are going to be here. They're going to help train each other. They're going to help each other. It's an economic engine that'll be revved up. It'll be it'll be a vibrant center based on commerce. And I think small businesses, small restaurants, businesses that work hard and know how to give back. That is the core of how you create a community that is enriching, meaningful to us, and it's also something that we can give back to our children so they have path to go on and thrive. And so the community where economic engine gets revved up, goes full tilt, invests in our children, that is a community that this will be, and that's the ultimate community that we can all create. So let's not look behind us because we're going to miss opportunities that are ahead of us. Let's just keep going forward. Let's be persistent, resilient, and just ignore the obstacles, go through them, and just keep going forward. Congratulations, Rockwood.
Thank you, Roy. I'd like to introduce our final speaker today, someone who has been a longtime advocate for the Rockwood community as a business owner in Rockwood, as a former Gresham City Councilor, and now as a Multnomah County Commissioner. Lori Stegman has been an ardent advocate for the Rockwood community and has been responsible for helping us to obtain a number of resources from the county to help the programs and services in this project to move forward. Again, someone who's been a tremendous leader for Rockwood for a very long time. Lori Stegman, everyone.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing to be here. I'm so excited. Good afternoon. Josh, thank you so much. Many of you may not know this, but Josh and I grew up together in the same neighborhood. I think he's older than me, though. Maybe not. Anyway, I wanted to thank Josh and the Gresham Redevelopment Commission, which is also the Gresham City Council, for inviting me to celebrate this groundbreaking today. Even though I am no longer a Gresham City Councilor or member of the Gresham Redevelopment Commission, as your East Multnomah County Commissioner, I remain committed to seeing the Rockwood neighborhood and all of Gresham thrive. This is a special place to me. I grew up here. I've owned a business for over 25 years, and like many of you, I have put my heart and soul into making this a place that children and families can put down roots. I used to ride my bike to the Rexall drugstore where we used to have Akinos to get a root beer float. My first job was don't tell anybody, it was at McDonald's across the street. And I even remember seeing Bobby Kennedy at the Rockwood Plaza when he was campaigning for the presidency. So many things have changed since then, but the resilience, the determination, and the creativity of this community continues to shine. And today, I am incredibly grateful that we get to take a moment to celebrate the many accomplishments of this urban renewal area. When we first began dreaming of what this site could be, we imagined a place that would serve our existing community, where people wouldn't be pushed out, but drawn in, where people could enhance or learn new job skills or even start their own business. A place where healthy foods would be accessible without having to commute to a grocery store 5 miles away. A gathering place where our diverse communities could share a meal and express their cultural heritage. In short, a place that all could call home. When I think about all the incredible investments that have been made in East County, like the Boys and Girls Club, Open School, Latino Network, Rosemary Anderson High School, Human Solutions, Wallace Medical Concern, just to name a few, I know that this community has risen to meet people where they are by providing a path where they can reach their full potential. We are so fortunate to have a board of county commissioners who understand and recognize the needs in East County. And I want Chair Kafori to please stand up. Let's give her a round of applause. I want to thank her for joining us today and for her continued support. Because of her leadership, our board has been able to invest significant resources into East County. Some of the things on the horizon include not just one, but two school-based health clinics, one at Reynolds High School and the other in the Gresham Barlow School District. A flagship library that will parallel the downtown Central Library, and an updated animal services building to replace the one that's currently located in Troutdale. Additionally, I'm so excited to be leading the efforts on the Vance project team. I started this project in my first year as your county commissioner, and I'm so pleased that I've been able to secure funding every year since then to continue this important work. This is the property that is just across the way. It's between Stark and Division on 190th. This property has been used as a gravel quarry, a dump, and a holding facility for various county equipment throughout the years. But it has mostly sat vacant and underutilized for years. The county owns over 80 acres that I believe can be redeveloped to provide economic mobility to one of the most impoverished neighborhoods in the entire state. We don't know exactly what will be there. Maybe animal services, maybe a dog park, maybe housing for veterans, or maybe a manufacturing site to provide family wage jobs. But rest assured that Vance Park will remain and will only be enhanced by whatever redevelopment occurs there. I've been appointed to serve on the Governor's Metro Regional Solutions Advisory Committee, and I'm proud to announce, as Josh had mentioned, that the Vance project has been adopted as one of our projects, different topic. This allows a fast track to statewide departments and agencies so we can remediate the brownfield that currently exists across the street. I could not be more pleased that the regional to announce that the Rockwood Rising Makerspace that will be located right here was awarded $300,000 in regional infrastructure funds by the Governor's Regional Solutions Committee. The Makerspace will provide local residents with access to machinery, tools, and workshops in high-demand trades that will result in higher incomes for local families. Having grown up in the Rockwood neighborhood here and serving the district today, I highly value the significant role of this project that it will play to improve the lives of residents in East Multnomah County. And I will continue to fight for more investments along with all of our legislators and electeds as we continue this journey. I know our liaison, Rayana Ansari, she could not be here today as she recently had a beautiful baby, but we do have many members of the Regional Solution team, so wave your hand one more time. Thank you so much for your service. These kinds of investments are milestones for our community and will provide educational, career, and family support services and amenities that will improve the quality of life for our existing residents. This day has been a long time coming, but we did it. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have contributed to make Rockwood rise. Thank you.
Okay, but somebody adjusted this down. I'll hold it. So one last thing before we break for the shovel turn. Could I have Amy Evans and Robin Stowers come up to the front, please? Where are you guys? You guys out there somewhere? Either of you guys? No? Hello? Yes? Robin and Amy, are you out there? Okay. Well, so goes my my visual prop here. Let me tell you about a little partnership that we helped facilitate last year. Our friends at Graphletics Inc., which is a local apparel manufacturing and design company, partnered with the community to develop a really cool, snazzy logo for Rockwood that had involved a lot of community input and a lot of community engagement. And Rick Gilbert from Graphletics is here. And what we're doing is Rick is sponsoring a campaign where you'll see on the table over here, there are a whole bunch of T-shirts and hoodies that have this really cool Rockwood logo on them. We gave away about 500 of them at Rock the Block last summer. It was a huge hit. For the next 30 days, any purchases of the T-shirts and hoodies with the Rockwood logo on it will result in a child in Rockwood getting a free T-shirt with the Rockwood logo on it. We're going to do a giveaway in partnership with a local organization later this summer, but it's a buy one, give one. So they're super cool. I wish I could show them to you, but you can check them out over here on the table, and it'll go to a good cause to help a lot of kids in Rockwood to feel like they belong. So with that, we're going to break. We're going to do the shovel turn behind us. We have a pile of dirt and several shovels. I'd like to invite the city council and our speakers to come over and do a shovel turn. And here's how this is going to work. We're going to have them go over there and face the big equipment, the backhoe. And then I'd like to invite all of the audience to come with us over there and stand behind them. We have a photographer in a boom lifted up who's going to take a photo of the entire crowd here today as we turn the shovels, standing behind everybody. So we have a photograph that includes the entire community. And so with that, I thank you all for being here today, and congratulations on seeing the start of Rockwood Rising.